Hi, friends and yogins. Welcome. It's Amanda. I said that I would hop on here at 2:30 Tucson time. So I don't know where you are in the world, but we're about 2 hours earlier than the East Coast and about an hour later than the West Coast. So I'll wait a few minutes and see who hops on. Otherwise, you can see this recorded. I don't know if you're getting this unbelievable sun rays coming in here, but I could have dimmed it so the light on me was better, but I really like the sun coming in, and so I wanted to share that with you. If you do come on, could you just wave or say hi or ask questions? So I know it's been a long time since I've done a live, and I guess I feel like now I'm in the shape to do it. It's been a really trying few months for most of us. It's been an incredibly trying 4 months for me. Hi, whoever popped on, say hello if you want to. Hi, Carol. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to see you. If you get my newsletters, then you know it's been a crazy time for me, and it's okay. We all have our turn, and I guess it was my turn right now. Right now, though, is a time that things are smooth and really sort of accelerating for me now in the beginning of 2022, and you guys can raise your hands if you feel the same way. So there are a few things that I wanted to talk about today. Ram Dass, some of you know him, most of us know him, was an incredible influence and teacher in my life, both when he was alive and now that he's gone. His words really resonate with me quite a bit. And he was just him. He was always him. And he used to teach this really, really beautiful meditation that was called Loving Awareness. And it was very simple. The mantra was just, I am loving awareness. And he would say it like that, awareness, because that's our East Coast R, right? I am loving awareness. And I just thought that was so beautiful. It just made him more accessible to me. It made him more sort of loving and lovable to me. And that meditation has taken me really far in my life. I mean, how do we act uncaring or silly if we remember, and when we remember, that we are indeed loving awareness? And so a couple of months ago, what came to me during this time is the thing that I need to teach, and I came to know this through the beautiful teachings of Ram Dass and other influences in my life, is that right now what we need is fluid awareness. And so in the coming months and year, that's what I'm going to be doing a lot of, teaching fluid awareness. And so, and sometimes I might use the R in that word, and sometimes I might not. I might teach fluid awareness, or I might teach fluid awareness, depending on if I'm channeling Ram Dass or not. And so the messages that are coming to me are that fluid awareness is not being fixed in our intent, not being fixed even in who we are or how we think or how we believe, that these times are really requiring us to be fluid in our intentions, in our actions, in our thoughts, in our beliefs. And so there's so much lately about gender fluidity, and I'm just so loving this generation of humans, because we're learning so much from them. Gender fluidity has been said to be more of a move towards spirituality, how we're sort of shedding the outer skin to become more of who we are. And we know that spirit, soul does not have gender. And so gender fluidity, to my mind, is us returning back home to our true essence. But in our daily lives, when we talk about fluid awareness, this is for me a way to adapt and to live in our current times. You know, every year for the past, 10 years or so, I teach an intention workshop right around New Year's. And a couple of people asked me to do that this year, and I said, there's no way, I'm not stupid enough to try and teach people to set intentions right now. We can't set intentions. We don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. You know, I had the intention of going on a retreat to Italy in April. I had the intention of going to a dear friend's birthday this weekend, and poof, all of those intentions went away. So what I'm more interested in teaching and supporting you with right now is fluidity, how to be fluid. And the word aparigraha is Sanskrit, and it comes from the yoga tradition, and it's non-grasping. Well, as humans, we really tend to grasp onto the things that we know, that we think are comfortable and safe, although a lot of what is comfortable is often not safe. We can talk about that at length another time. But I'm going to be offering you the tools, and we talk about, well, what is fluid awareness? How do I not grasp? How do I enter with grace into this new phase, which may be different from the phase yesterday or even 3 hours ago? So how do we show up in a fluid way so that we're not clinging to, grasping, or ripping and tearing and separating from things? So I'm going to be offering a 4-week course now. We're going to start on Tuesday, February 15th, because that's Self-Love Day. Sometimes February 14th is a Great Disappointment Day for some people. For some people, it's a celebration of love. But on February 15th, we'll call it Self-Love Day. So we're going to start February 15th. We'll start Tuesday evening. It's going to be over Zoom. Base price is $66 for the 4-week course. Because we're in 2022, that's a 6 number. We're going to be getting together for 60 minutes or more. I'll talk about that in a moment. But it's really, we're going to give you the tools to know, first, identify what is fluid awareness. How do I go about it? How does meditation help me to be in that state of mind? And how do I become proficient at it? You know, sometimes we can get this skill and we're like, man, I can be fluid with this, but I have a blind spot over here, and I really don't want this to change, so I can be stagnant with this, but fluid with that. But we're going to learn how to be really proficient at it. And sort of one of the ways to be, to exemplify fluid awareness is to kind of stay in our own lane, right? When we are clinging to, or we want to hold on to something, a lot of times we're about how other people should be. And the idea of right and wrong and shoulding all over ourselves. And so when we live in a space of fluid awareness, we really begin to honor, hi Billy, hi Melody, gosh, I'm so glad you guys are here. We begin to honor what's our business and what's not. You know, how can I live a more fluid life? One of the ways is to kind of stay in my lane and to not really worry about how they're flowing how they need to flow. And if they get stuck, they get stuck. Bless them on their path. But how can I sort of, in a way, watch the day go by and even watch my own emotions float by? Emotions, thoughts, feelings are fluid until we hold on to them. So I'm going to be teaching you how to really exist in this space of fluid awareness. And so we're going to get together. Again, I'll give you the Zoom link. Tuesday nights, 5:30 here in Tucson, Arizona. So I guess that'll be 7:30 on the East Coast, 4:30 on the West Coast. But everything, once you sign up with me, everything will be recorded, and you can catch it later if you don't align with our times. But you need to DM me or PM me if you want to get in on this. I'm also going to send it out in a newsletter. If you don't get my newsletter, send me your email on PM or DM. But I want to do a little bit of a fluid awareness meditation right now. So if you're in a place that you can meditate with us, fantastic. I.e., if you're driving in your car, please don't meditate with us. You can just listen. But if you're in that space, you can allow yourself to just take a comfortable seat and close your eyes for just a few moments. And connect with your breath. So one example of fluid awareness is the breath. It's constantly moving. It's constantly changing. If we were to grasp onto or hold on to the breath for any length of time, we know what would happen, right? All kind of stuff happens in the body. We get a little anxious. Eventually we're going to pass out so the body can resume the natural breathing pattern. So just for this moment, notice the fluidity of your breath. Notice how each inhale gives way to each exhale. Your breath is in constant fluid motion. Now there are times that we do a suspended breath, and that's fine, but for now we're just going to allow the breath to move any way that it does. You're just noticing maybe the movement of your collarbones also as the breath moves in and out. What else is moving? Is your abdomen moving slightly? The collarbones rising and falling as you breathe. So now let's shift the awareness just to the inhale for a moment. And just notice what happens and what moves on the inhale. Collarbones might lift, the rib cage might expand, the belly might expand. What's moving when you inhale? Good, so just for a couple of breaths, we're going to notice that. And then just as we focused on the inhale, we're going to shift our awareness to the exhale. So now just gently shifting the awareness to the exhale. And maybe you notice the collarbones fall when you exhale. It might be that the abdomen gently contracts when you exhale. Maybe even the shoulders release a little bit. So just notice one or two actions, movements that happen with the exhale. Now let's shift our awareness to sound. Just notice something that you hear either in the room or outside. Might be the sound of my voice. I can hear, it's a very windy day, I can hear the trees rustling outside. Just focus on something that you can hear. And what's interesting about the sense of hearing is that everything that makes a sound is fluid. Right? If it's the trees, I might hear a gust of wind and then it'll stop. If it's a clock or an air conditioning system, it's going to go for a little while and then it's going to stop. So just let your ear adjust to the changes in whatever you're listening to right now. Sound is present moment awareness, and it's also fluid awareness. As the sound changes, no need to shift your awareness. And then just now allow the sense of hearing to go. Refocus the awareness on the movement of the breath, both the inhale and the exhale. Then bringing the awareness back to the body, back to the moment, back to the room. If your eyes were closed, you might begin to flutter the eyes open gently. You always want to come gradually back. You can look around the room a little bit or check in with your body. I look around the room to see if my vision has changed. If you've tuned in late, you can see the sun's rays coming in my window. I hope it's amazing. The light in here is incredible right now. So that's an example of fluid awareness. And I purposely had you shift your awareness kind of quickly from one thing to the next, to the next. From the inhale to the exhale, to the sense of sound, back to the breath, back to the room, back to the moment. So when we realize that everything is actually fluid, and that we can place our attention where we want, when we want to, and when we act as the witness, meaning we have no attachment. We didn't say, oh, that was a good breath, that was a terrible breath. That was a good sound, that was a terrible sound. We have no attachment to the outcome. We have no attachment to the quality of what we're experiencing. We live life as a witness. Much easier to be in fluid awareness there, and non-grasping and non-clinging. So that's what we're going to be doing. And again, if you've just, hi, oh, Sheila's here. Tim, yay, thanks you guys for showing up. So this is going to be recorded, so I'm going to post it in just a couple of minutes. So if you've missed us, don't worry about it. You can go back and do the meditation. Important to know that starting Tuesday, February 14th, 5:30 p.m. Tucson time, we're going to be getting together for Zoom 4 weeks in a row. $66 if that works for you. If not, shoot me an email. We'll work with your money. I don't care. I mean, I care about money, but I don't want you to not show up because of that. So if we need to adjust that price for you, no problem at all. If you can give more, great. And so what we're going to be doing is kind of exactly like this. So we're going to be doing, I'll be giving you a little talk. We'll talk about fluid awareness. We'll do a meditation practice around fluid awareness. They'll get a little bit more involved than the one we did today. So we'll have different practices every week, but allowing us to engage in some fluid awareness together. So Tim would like to, I think we're adding you, Tim. And so we're going to be doing, I'll be talking about fluid awareness. We'll be doing a meditation together, and then we'll have time. That's why I said it's going to be 60 minutes or more, because I'm going to have time for you to weigh in. You can come in, have a conversation with the group, asking, well, this happened this week. How do I apply fluid awareness in this situation? Or my mother or my mother-in-law is giving me a hard time. Like, how do I be fluid with that? Or, I'm holding on to this. So not that it's a counseling session, but when we get together in group, it's so much nicer and easier to kind of work things out together. And we've come into a place on the planet where we need this. We need to gather in groups, and we absolutely need to learn how to be fluid. We need to learn how to sort of be able to shift and turn our ballast for what's coming. Because the truth is, we have no idea what's coming next. And if we can't roll with it and we can't be fluid, then it just makes things so much more difficult. I had this beautiful conversation with my daughter today, and she's on here. I think she's still here. I'm just honored that they show up at all, my kids. My son can't. He's deployed right now, so send up a little prayer for my deployed child and his wife, who's eagerly awaiting his return. But my daughter and I had this conversation about, okay, like, this happened in my life. How do I readjust? How do I let go of what I thought, what I felt, what I relied on, and honor and accept the new? So this is really what fluid awareness is about. This is what I'm happy to help you with. I think that I've achieved a certain amount of proficiency in this area. I've certainly been working on it for many, many years, and had just had some amazing changes. So if you have any questions, PM me, DM me. If you want to get on the email list, send me your email address. I'll be sending out more information about this coming. I'm so grateful that you joined me today. I know this is a hard time for most of us, so I'm wishing you good heart, good health, fluid awareness. I love you.